meds, they're lazy, they're just drunk. They choose to be homeless.
They're always harassing me for money. Why should I care about them?
In my honest opinion, I don't know how to feel about them.
They might be rich, but they're kind of hiding themselves to be homeless. They always ask for a lot of change.
You can't judge how a homeless person became homeless.
There are a lot of people that are homeless for absolutely no good reason. In the city of Toronto, statistics tell you that in any given year, there's at least 10,000 youth that are homeless, and in any given night, there are 2,000 youth on the streets of Toronto, and that's way too high. I think one homeless person is way too high, but definitely 2,000 people, 2,000 youth in one night. And there are situations, there are circumstances where that could have been avoided.
I have schizophrenia, and sometimes I don't act appropriately in the society and in the community.
For men, women that are homeless, it could be the breakdown of a marriage, the loss of a job, mental health, some type of sickness, where they can no longer tend to, the normal routine of life, like holding down a job, paying bills, and so forth.
I was working and have some breakdown due to stress. Now that you're homeless, nobody is required to give you any medication unless you agree to stay in a home, and supervise you, and the social worker will monitor you taking your med. I ask for money in the public panhandling. I eat here and there. I sleep here and there. At the City Hall, Osgood Hall, they have breakfast in the morning, and the Salvation Army truck. These things just happen. You don't expect them to happen. You don't imagine it will happen.
And do you go anywhere when it's cold?
Yeah, the shelter.
And is it hard to get in?
No, people that goes around, they see to it that you go to the shelter for the warning of the bad weather. Right now, I'm enjoying living outside. You don't have stress.
I grew up in group homes and stuff, so it's kind of like jail, but you're allowed to leave every once in a while. Well, after that, the Children's Aid couldn't control where I stayed, so I tried to go back to live with my mother, but like I kind of felt like their lives would move on without me, so I just decided it was better off that I was on my own. I just kind of took it as it is. I just kind of accepted it.
Did you feel numb at all, or any kind of shock?
No, I knew exactly what was going on.
You weren't scared?
No.
Now with the Ontario Safe Streets Act, which prohibits, public solicitation of funds or so forth, which, directly affects panhandling or squeegee kids. That, in essence, has caused criminal activity to go up because now it's criminal, but, a lot of youth have no other means of making money, so they disregard the act and then they find themselves on the wrong side of the law.
I end up going to jail a lot. Cops don't like homeless people. They're trying to clean up the streets, right? So that their solution is to put them all in jail, find reasons to. Whether it be they've got an open can of beer in public, or you're drunk in public, just throw you in jail.
So do you feel they target homeless people more than they target average people?
Absolutely.
Why do you think that is?
They're trying to clean up the streets. I mean, the people who pay taxes and stuff don't like to see people sitting on the sidewalk, right?
Do you think that's fair?
No, but it happens. You sit in one spot all day, you see 1,000 people walk by, you're going to see the best and worst of everybody, right? Well, lots of people help out. Like, we put a hat out all day, sit here, and people help us out, give us some money so we can eat and drink and have fun. Kick my hat full of change all over the place and scrambling, and then go push me over while I'm trying to pick it up. And say, get a job, or a bunch of different stuff.
And how do you respond to that?
Just let it go most of the time. Yeah, I learn a lot of stuff.
Like?
If the world goes to shit, if the world falls into anarchy, I'll be okay. Make sure you got enough blankets to keep warm at night, and just keep eating during the day. I don't really see any negatives. No.
Getting date raped, losing my keys. And I said, all right, well, I don't want to explain this to my father because he's not going to be able to do anything about it. He's just going to have so much rage that this happened to his daughter that he loves. I guess I'm homeless now. It was a really dark time in my life. I spent months in bed, just not being able to move. I have clinical depression, PTSD from some other trauma I've experienced. We just deal with what life brings us, and then by the time that it comes, we try not to deal with too many angry drunk people because that's dangerous, right? Like, we don't want to get followed to our sleep spot.
Some of the safety issues for homeless people, especially women, is sexual abuse or sexual solicitation. And that happens a lot. At least 60% of women that are homeless have encountered some type of sexual abuse or sexual solicitation, and is one of the causes for them becoming homeless, and is also a cause for some homeless women to not want to stay in institutions or so forth because they feel it is unsafe.
I could not honestly tell you how many times I've been sexually assaulted.
By other homeless people or?
People. Just people. It doesn't matter like what socioeconomic status they have or what lifestyle they've had. It would be nicer if someone said, hey, you know what? Fuck off, homeless scum. Suck my dick, instead of just treating us like we don't exist. Like, if we say something to you, like, hey, could we bum or buy a cigarette? You know, just don't lie to me. Just tell me, don't fucking want to give you anything. And we go, fucking cool. You meet, like, the best and the worst kinds of people, but luckily, there are so many more better kinds of people, or at least people trying to be better people, right?
Our main goal is to make dreams come true for homeless youth by creating positive initiatives and solutions that will rebuild, inspire, and employ them. Turning my life around, I realized it only took one person to believe in me to change my life, so I wanted to create a support system of people that would believe in these youth. We've also raised or collected close to 5 tons of donations, which we've donated, and there's no telling really the amounts of people that all came in contact with. And we have our hero training where we have youth coming in to be inspired by motivational speakers and entrepreneurs, and we do that monthly as well. So it's hard to really say. I'm not counting, but we're helping quite a few people. Considering we've only been around for 2 years, I'm following my calling. It's just what I want to do. It's what I believe all of us at some point should do with their lives.